Hi, my name is Tessa Fife, and I have a quick question. Have you ever gotten so fed up with yourself because you have what I would call rejection mindset? In this video, I'm going to share with you suggestions of how you can get rid of that uh, rejection mindset once and for all. So first of all, you might be thinking, well, okay, Tessa, what do you mean? What are we talking about? So this is when we have a rejection mindset, basically when we keep telling ourselves that things are not going to work out the way we want them to work out, yeah? So that's the rejection mindset. So it's having these negative thoughts, which then translate into negative behaviors because of our speech. The words that we're using are negative. Our actions, our body language is very negative. The way in which people relate to us and respond to us, it's all affected by, the rejection mindset. Okay, so let's break this down into three little suggestions that I have, having recently read about this and really enjoyed reading it and applying it to myself, so I'm sharing it with you. So firstly, you've got to identify it. You've got to name and shame the rejection mindset. Not to anyone else, but to yourself in your mind. How do you do that? Well, it's kind of like catching yourself in the act or listening to that voice in your head just as you're about to do something, maybe it's going into a meeting or going into a presentation, and you hear that voice saying, oh, this is going to be rubbish anyway, it's not going to work out well. That is rejection mindset. So you can say, aha, I've identified it. So you can be almost like that third voice in your mind. Okay, so secondly, you need to understand how it works, understand what's going on, so then you can create a bit of a shift and you can reverse it or just flip it on its head. So what exactly is happening? Well, the way it works is that the very thing that you are fearful of, the very thing that you don't want to happen, is what your negative rejection mindset is going to attract. Yeah, so in the example of a meeting, if you're very fearful about when it comes to your part to speak or to put forward certain points or conclusions, if you're thinking it's going to be terrible, I'm going to have dry mouth, I'm going to forget what I need to say, then that is what you're attracting to you, and there's a higher likelihood that that will happen, right? So now you understand how it works, you know how to reverse it. You basically go in thinking the opposite, thinking the reverse. So this brings me on to my third suggestion, which is how you can create almost like a bit of a mantra. Yeah, so sticking with the example of the meeting or the presentation, instead of where perhaps you would normally say, oh, it's going to be rubbish, I suck, I'm just not going to be very good, I just know it because I'm never good, right? Flip that on its head, and instead you say, well, I'm going to go in there and own this presentation. I'm really going to share everything that I wanted to say, and it's going to have a great outcome. It's going to lead to really, really good conversations, or whatever the outcome is that you want to have. Yeah, so it's almost like creating your own little mantra. So so those are my three suggestions that I have learnt recently that you might like to think about applying to yourself so that you can get rid of rejection mindset once and for all. So if there's anything in this video that you feel you've received value from, I'd love to hear. So just put in the comment box below what your number one takeaway from it was, and also feel free to send me a private message. I respond to each and every one of them. So my name is Tessa Fife, sending you my light and my love, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.